guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 40 of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, and the last one, we definitely, I don't know what to expect in this one. So, General Armstrong is no longer at Briggs. Yikes, our group is on their way to Briggs, but they don't know that Armstrong isn't there anymore, so they're going to show up, and it's not going to be good. And especially if Kimberly ends up going back to Briggs, because apparently Kimberly was making a ton of phone calls because he's not stupid. So he definitely knew something was going on. The people that are on their way to Briggs, we got Marco, May, the two Chimeras, Xiaomei, oh, and Yoki, who seems to be useful. Who knew? Not me. Didn't expect it at all. But they're either going to be met with something very bad at Briggs or on their way. There is going to be a prideful action. Now, with May and her alchemy, I think that she could actually fight pride, and there's no defense against it because we saw that Father can stop alchemy but not alchemy. So if anything, I think that we're still really safe with May. Now, that just means that Salim is on the prowl. I still am worried about Hawkeye and Roy. I don't know what's going on there. I would like to go back to Amestris and kind of get like something about that. So I'm hoping that happens in this episode. Also trying to figure out like the whole General Armstrong Roy thing. And like Roy was supposed to send troops, but like he doesn't really have troops. I'm not quite sure how that's going to pan out. Al saw his body. I don't know what happened there, but I think it's an existential crisis, which he doesn't need to go through right now because he's in a snowstorm. But, you know, like I think the last thing I want Al to do is have a crisis in which he thinks that like he's either going to fail at accomplishing getting his body back or thinking that he might be too late. And I think the will of the soul that is in the body is what matters the most. So I don't know if his body deteriorating has anything to do with the bond between the armor and Al's soul deteriorating, but I mean, I feel like the stronger the soul, the stronger the will of that soul, the more likely it is that he will stay there until his soul can be restored to his body. Because I believe in Al. Al is one of the strongest people on this show. Not only is he a great fighter and his alchemy is amazing, but like he's really good at seeing good in people. He's really good at not letting his emotions get the better of him. And when it does happen, it's just over the things that are really meaningful to him, like getting his body back. So Al's out there. Ed is, you know, back with Kimberly holding Winry's earrings, which I don't think is a great idea. Oh yeah, and Scar Winry's with the other group. Them too. But like, you know, I feel like Kimberly might see that and just figure out something because again, he's astute. He looks for those details. He understands things when he sees it. He doesn't take things at face value. He looks deeper and beyond and has his suspicions. And I think he's a great detective, but I wish he were on our side. And then, of course, May was also kind of having her little existential crisis because hearing that the whole country of Amestris can be turned into a philosopher's stone and the sacrifices that need to be made to do that, she is now worried that if she were to take that information back to Jing, that her emperor would do the same thing, that her father would do the same thing. That's not great. But we also saw Father at the end of the episode kind of laying the chess pieces. It really reminded me of Game of Thrones. It really did. But he was laying down the pieces of all the people that he needs for the sacrifices, I think, to power up the entire transmutation circle to then take all the lives and create the Philosopher's Stone, which is Ed, Al, Hohenheim. Azumi is the one that hurts me to my core. But like, I feel like it's all people that need to have seen the eye of truth. And so I don't know who that other person is because he said like Roy would make a great sacrifice. I don't know if that's true or not. It could be Marco. It could be May. They were keeping Marco for a sacrifice, you know, so like I think they lost Marco, or he's no longer a candidate because they don't know where he is. But it could be Scar. I'm trying to think of all the people that are really powerful and strong that they could, you know, use. And I don't know if it's just alchemy or if it's just that they've seen the Eye of Truth. So that wouldn't be Scar. That probably isn't Marco. Although Marco saw the truth behind the truth. Probably nothing to do with Algahestry. Who else had seen it? Ling? Well, I don't know if Ling saw the Eye of Truth, but he definitely went through the portal. I don't know. Who else has seen it? Father? I don't think Father would sacrifice himself. He's in charge of this whole thing. Yeah, I'm trying to figure it all out. I don't have enough information yet, but that's why I need to get into the episode. So guys, let's get into it. So seeing Al wander through a desert makes me worried, because like we've seen him like wandering through like snow. Like, does he make his way to Xing? Because he can't get overheated? Well, he can. He's metal. I don't know how that works. Yeah, I need to catch up with Fu, Lanfan, Ling. Like, there's so many missing pieces to this puzzle.
As for the general, well, I'm sure the Tigers in Central will make sure she's taken care of.
Okay, so she's already going to be at Central. Yikes. Oh, girl.
General Armstrong, how nice to see you.
Is it?
They posted you in Central, Mustang? You're well connected.
No, it's solely based on merit.
That's rich coming from you.
Ouch.
Well, sometime we should grab some dinner.
Your treat? I hope you know I could eat you into bankruptcy.
Maybe we should skip dinner then.
I see. You're short on both money and nerve, huh?
Ooh, they love
Maybe
each other, don't
offer
they?
some flowers instead. There are many fine florists here in Central.
I love how, like, they, like, kind of talk in code, you know?
Pardon me, Your Excellency, but I simply don't understand how you can employ someone as careless and incompetent as General Raven.
Smart.
I assume you'll be needing someone to fill that fool's vacant seat.
Smart girl. Smart girl. That's our girl.
I like the way you play. Very well.
I don't like this.
My soldiers are extremely strong and well-trained, sir. I guarantee they will serve you well, Your Excellency.
Ooh,
I'm sure they
God, that
will.
shot.
I appreciate the sacrifice, General.
It's like them both having one eye showing and one eye covered is insane. Great. Love it.
That's the Fort Briggs way. From here on, the bears will fight the tigers.
Oh, I'm excited. Homunculus, the dwarf in a flask? In the flask? The dwarf in the flask.
He isn't a slacker, that's for sure.
Sounds like this is going to be a dull conversation.
Yeah, girl. I worry too.
Scar is up in the north. The Elric brothers are up there as well. My former classmates Lucy and Ian are stationed up there. They like to keep me informed. Yes, I think you're right about that. I hope Major Miles and Buccaneer don't show us up like they have in the past.
So smart!
Uni once more. And then Sterling. Salim Bradley is a homunculus.
Ooh! My God, Hawkeye.
I'd say impossible. But then, there is no such thing.
That's right.
What in the world is about to happen here in Central?
I love how they work together. Oh my gosh. What's up, Dad? Pops? Father?
Young man. You there.
Oh no!
Whoa. What is that?
Can't you at least bring yourself to act a little surprised or something?
What the hell?
What do I get for acting surprised?
So this is Hohenheim, not Father.
What's your name?
I'm number 23.
Not your number. I want you to tell me your real name.
I'm a slave. I don't have one.
He's a slave?
You are the one who gave me blood, right?
I guess so. He said he was going to use it for an experiment.
That's...
I exist today because you gave me your blood. Thank you. I think I'll give you a name of your own.
Give me a name.
He's gonna
Who
name
are
him
you?
Van
You
Hohenheim?
want a noble-sounding one, right? Let's see. Theo. Theophrastus Bombastus.
Nope.
Are you going to live out the rest of your life as a slave without the rights of a real man?
Manipulative little thing, huh? How did this homunculus even come to be?
What do I call you?
I'll tell you what, Von Hohenheim. You can call me the Dwarf and the Flask Homunculus.
Okay, there's the dwarf and the flask.
You are now an alchemist, Hohenheim. Well done, child.
Okay.
I'm still only fit to be an assistant. My skill is nothing near yours, master.
I'm perplexed.
I'd hate to be guilty of asking too much, but I think I'd be happy if I could just leave this flask.
Well, that's a bad idea. Slave number 23. The little one inside the flask. Gosh. With like the smile and the one eye, that is crazy.
If you continue with this insolence, I will smash your flask.
That's enough chatter.
King of Xerxes.
Immortality.
Okay.
Tell
Okay.
me, is it possible or isn't it?
Growing impatient in your old age? How lamentable, King of Xerxes. Okay,
The grin.
I'll tell you how you can achieve immortality.
Gimme. He's like, give me your body.
Irrigation canals. The king's ordered them to be dug all throughout the country.
It started
That's the king
with
for
the
you.
King of
He even
Xerxes.
cares about the well-being of us commoners.
Yeah,
Yes,
sure
he
he
does.
does. He's gonna use you as a sacrifice. That's how Father was created? Man, okay. My brain is tickling. I'm trying to figure this out.
Quickly! Carve out the crests of blood while there's still time.
So this has already been done once. They know that it worked, so they're gonna do it again.
What an awful tragedy.
Why is he just carrying this homunculus around?
Everything is ready?
Yes, you may now become immortal.
I don't think so. So this happened, and Hohenheim couldn't bear it. Ugh.
This is immortality. No, you must be wrong.
It's making the homunculus immortal.
You said if we were in the center of the circle, we wouldn't be on.
Yeah.
The true center of the transmutation circle is right here where you're standing. Surely you remember that your blood is within me. I used it to open the doorway.
Okay, that's why it looks like him.
Right now, you and I are at the center of everything.
Oh! Oh my god! I know I haven't said anything in a hot minute, but this is wild. Wow. Wow. I knew that that was like the beginning, but I didn't know how. That's insane. So now is Hohenheim, Hohenheim was from Xerxes.
Master, are you?
I'm trying to figure it out.
He's dead.
So is he a homunculus, part homunculus? Called himself a monster, so he's able to have kids, so he's not a full homunculus.
Reinmeyer! Tony! Mayo!
You killed them all. Well, The dwarf did.
Your body, how is it feeling?
It's me.
It's not you.
Are you the homunculus in the flask?
That you created.
You hear them, don't you? The voices of all the people in this country who were offered in exchange for your immortality.
Oh.
Well, half of their lives were for me, actually.
Oh, that is horrid. Oh, I would be so tortured as well. I'd think I was a monster as well. I feel so bad. I hated him so much for leaving those boys. Not Azumi. Why is she on this train? Oh my god. Oh god. Don't go to Central.
I'm sure they must have been a handful.
Oh no, they were fine boys.
What is it?
Izumi.
May I have a look at her? I know a bit about the medical field.
Can he help heal her?
I'm all right. This happens.
Yeah.
No, you are not all right. Mr. Sig, find us a car, quickly.
I'm on it.
Oh, I love Sig. But how can he tell that she's not all right?
My insides were taken. I was trying to bring my child back to life.
I see.
Can you fix her?
Yes, I see.
Because he would know Alchemist, right?
I'm sorry.
What are you doing? Did he just kill Azumi?
I'm all right.
He shoved his hand into you.
Yeah.
But my breathing, it's easier.
How can that be?
Did he fix her?
There's no wound.
He fixed her.
But I did rearrange your entrails somewhat to improve the flow of blood.
Miss Izumi, you cannot give in to your fate just yet.
Who are you?
Somebody incredible.
Who am I? I am a philosopher's stone in the form of a man. That's what I am.
So Philosopher's Stones can have babies? I was not ready for that episode to end. I do know there's an after credit scene, so don't fear. I thought maybe he fixed her and gave her back like all of her baby making stuff. Nope. But I'm glad that he like helped her. But that was shocking. My brain is just working overtime over here. It's funny how a lot of the stuff that I'm watching kind of like they cross a little bit, because there's an episode of Farscape where somebody reached into another person's body. It made me think of Indiana Jones, but still, like, geez. I'm trying to think. I feel like Master said that Hohenheim was an alchemist.
The Sorcerer's Stone. The Celestial Stone. The Philosopher's Stone is known by many names. It's not necessarily a stone. I've never seen one that's much bigger than a small pebble. To create a Philosopher's Stone that big, you'd have to kill thousands of people.
Uh-huh.
Maybe it's possible, but I would never want to see it.
Absolutely. Oh, that's it. Oh, man. Okay. Holy shit. Okay, I feel so bad that, I mean, I don't feel bad because it's the, like, the ends justify the means and the means justify the ends a little bit. That, like, I understand why Hohenheim feels the way he does and why he's behaved the way he has. I still feel bad for those boys, but everything that has happened since Hohenheim left has led them to this moment to deal with these situations and to help save the country and to stop Father from creating a Philosopher's Stone. Now it makes way more sense how Father looks like Van Hohenheim. But my questions remain. Okay, so Master had said, like, to Van Hohenheim, like, you are now an alchemist, but he was from Xerxes, which I know is not Jing, which is where they do alchemistry, and that there were different forms or different people that, like, the people of Xerxes said taught certain things, that there was alchemy, and then you have Ed saying, well, we learned alchemy, and it was kind of like they were talking about the same person but different people. And so my question is, I don't know what my question is. Does Hohenheim know alchemy? Because he just rearranged Izumi's guts, right? And I don't know if he was affected by Father stopping alchemy. And so Father has to know alchemy. That homunculus was created. And the one thing is that I don't really understand is how it was created. And I know it has Hohenheim's blood, but if Hohenheim can't read, and he's just being instructed by his master on how to do things, then maybe his master was doing alchemy. And so Hohenheim had learned alchemy by that way rather than reading about alchemy. Maybe Hohenheim already has everything that Scar's brother was already trying to put together. Maybe Hohenheim already knows all of this. He was a slave. He was slave number 23. That homunculus was so manipulative. But it does explain how Father didn't know about the boys, that Hohenheim just disappeared after that. So Hohenheim has had a lot of time to learn and grow and change and try to undo the monster that's within, because he is a walking philosopher's stone. And Ed at the end there saying, like, I would never want to see a philosopher's stone that big. I mean, if Father had kept it all for himself, he might just be a giant, right? So the fact that he gave some to Hohenheim, that's going to be his undoing. 100% Hohenheim's the key. Holy crap. You know that when I'm like watching my swearing, that I'm like super serious, because I'm not trying to muddy it or dirty it up with foul language. I'm like, oh fudge, the shat has hit the fan, right? Like, oh my, this is so serious. This is so serious. Okay, first of all, seeing Hohenheim young and being somebody who was a slave and had nothing, to become who he is, that like he literally has the world at his fingertips and he could do so much to change the situation. And all he wanted was to have a family and a wife. Oh, and now he's immortal. And he's created Ed and Al so a Philosopher's Stone can have a baby. So technically, I'm not saying that Kimblee's a Philosopher's Stone, but like he could probably have offspring. Hohenheim has all those souls in him though. And that's what he was doing, letting them go that one time when he's like giving them to the dirt. Oh my God, there's so much to think about. Like my brain can't brain right now. Running into Izumi of all people. Like, are you kidding? I don't want the 5 people that we need to sacrifice in order to be the power that's within the transmutation circle that powers up the rest of the transmutation circle, that creates the biggest eye of truth we've ever seen, that kills everybody. And I guess who's going to be at the center of it? Father. And he's probably going to eat all of the Philosopher's Stones to keep them safe. So like maybe we won't have all the homunculus actually fighting. I don't know, but technically Father's the first homunculus. But the first homunculus that he's ever made was Salim. And now Roy knows about Salim. And oh my God, him and Olivier having a conversation without having a conversation was definitely having a conversation. And then the like, this is the start. And Roy going, 10-4, I'm here to receive. And him writing down everything. And Salim Bradley is a homunculus. Oh my God, him and Hawkeye, like, look, they're the perfect pair. I don't know if it's a romantic thing. I don't know if it ever will be, but damn, they work well together. And he could become, like, I know he wants to become Fuhrer, but like, I feel like he also wants to pay for his crimes. Like, they are so on the same damn page. It's amazing. I love them together. What a perfect team up. How amazing. Oh my gosh. I could not have loved this episode more. And I don't think I did much reacting to it. I think the majority of the time I was like so engaged with what I was watching, because it was just like, oh my God, I'm getting so much information about this like All of it. All of it. The king of Xerxes was the end of his own doom, which I think Father will be the end of his own doom, because he's trying to repeat. He's wash, rinsing, and repeating. And the problem is that when people know what's going on and they're actively trying to stop it, and somebody who was involved the last time, Father and Hohenheim, like, Hohenheim is not loyal to Father. He will not be loyal to him whatsoever. I still wonder how he was created, if it was the master, like Hohenheim's like slave, or the Hohenheim's master that created the homunculus, or if it was Hohenheim being manipulated to do so and giving his blood. But like, how did he know to do that if he can't read or write? So it would have to be somebody on the outside telling him how to create this. OMG, OMG. I am so perplexed. Oh my God, I want to keep watching, but I know that I can't. I've got to watch other things today, but I'm very excited to learn more about this. But guys, if you want to watch a full-length reaction to this episode and me just being like the entire time, head on over to my Patreon. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Wow. Wow. I didn't realize that Xerxes, I knew Xerxes was the center of it because of both of the people talking about the creators of alchemy and alchemy. And to me, I am 100% sold that Hohenheim, being a slave of Xerxes, was learning alchemy. 100% I believe that. But I don't know, it was taught in Jing. Has he been to Jing? I don't know. Now I see a flaw in my plan. I see a flaw in my plan. Because they could be talking about the same person that looks exactly the same, but not be talking about the same person. Know what I mean? Oh my God. And now we have Hohenheim with Azumi. He's going to learn a lot about his kids. I want him to go see, what is her name? Starts with the P. Not Panina. Now I think of Panina's name. Gotta be kidding me. Grams, whatever her name is. Back in wherever. Anyway, but like we still need Ed to give the message from Trisha to Hohenheim. I feel like that message was important for some reason, but anyway, there's so much that like could be happening, but like, I don't know where Hohenheim's headed. I don't know where Azumi is headed. The fact that now we have General Armstrong in Central, kind of like getting Bradley to think that they have another ally. Like, her being on the inside is the best way to infiltrate and get information. Her men saying like, we stand together. Yep, I think that is going to be the insurmountable force that the rest of the Amestran army is going to have to work through and fight. But I'm excited to see where this goes. So guys, come back here for the next episode, because I might still watch it. I don't know. I'll change my shirt so you guys will think it's a different day, and I'll just launch into the next one. This was amazing. Oh my God, my brain is tingling. It's such a great show. I wish I could get more people to watch anime, and I get a lot of people don't like watching anything animated. They won't even watch Disney movies, and like Disney has some of the most like amazing movies that people are missing out on, and the stories and the tales and the heart and the emotion. But like this, the tales, the heart, the emotion, the story, the character building, everything is just amazing. Oh my gosh, guys, come back here for the next episode. I'm going to go have an existential crisis, and then I'll see you in the next one. Bye.